Bronco's body bears the marks of his fights. Last year, he lost an ear in a particularly violent combat. To coexist in harmony, grizzlies need to be able to live in a vast territory. But today, their habitat is under threat. Every day, it is getting smaller and smaller. Goldie is a young 5-year-old mother. She has moved away from the plain and meets 2 males on her path. The bears are on a road that has recently been built for cutting and transporting wood. They're disoriented by these changes to their territory, and that makes grizzlies very aggressive. Wisely, Goldie sneaks away. A bear's habitat isn't just a piece of ground, but a huge network of activity areas linked up by access corridors. Every network is specific to the bear that created it. If these territories are broken up or diminished, it increases the chance of conflicts between grizzlies. The battles can be fatal. This is one of the wettest regions on the American continent. Hot air currents from the Pacific push rain clouds against the snowy peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Day after day, this climatic phenomenon brings rain or snow depending on the season. Matahota and her young ones do not mind the bad weather. It would take more than that to stop them eating. The tide has started coming in, and the grass they like so much will soon be submerged. The bears live by the rhythm of the tides. In the Pacific, there are 2 each day. When the sea rises, the grizzlies move away from the beach. Matahota is headed for the forest. Blackie has had the same idea and follows in her footsteps. The 2 females know exactly what they're doing. Everything will be fine if they keep their distance from one another. Matahota would probably have liked to go on eating, but to avoid clashing with the other females, she decides to go on walking towards the top of the beach. By not running, she shows Blackie that she is letting her pass. One of Matahota's young males does not seem to agree with his mother's decision. He is in no hurry. But Blackie keeps moving forward. She gradually gets nearer to the bear cub. Faced with this imposing female, the little male seems to have made up his mind to quietly follow his mother. The cub is hesitating about turning back. Blackie does not show any sign of aggressiveness. She has simply made up her mind to continue on her way. But once again, the cub thinks better of standing up to an adult. a sudden, he changes his mind. With an unexpected display of independence, he blocks the path of Blackie and her baby. The female does not know what to make of this intrepid bear cub. The exercise in intimidation ends up working. Blackie decides to spare the impudent cub, although she could easily have finished him off. The cub has probably had quite a scare, but it is by taking risks that he builds his self-confidence. He will soon be able to survive without his mother. Matahota kept an eye on the incident without stepping in. Night will soon fall over Night Inlet. Blackie and her baby are taking advantage of the last rays of warm sunlight. This little cub will be counting on her mother's protection for another few years yet. The baby is still tiny, but if his mother manages to feed her properly, she will have gained a lot of weight by the end of autumn. She will be 6 times heavier than when she first came out of the den. It all depends on nature providing them with enough food. Early the next morning, another female appears in the same place. It is Goldie with her 2 young ones. She is already looking for food as she has not eaten a thing for days. At the end of August, the bears usually have no trouble fishing, but the salmon are late this year. They have not started swimming up the river to reproduce. The seawater is still too warm, holding up their migration. Large-scale weather phenomena have upset the natural cycle in the coastal regions of the American Pacific. In December every 3 to 5 years, hot tropical waters move across the Pacific. Depending on the place, they can cause torrential rains or terrible droughts. For the past few years, spring has come late and the Canadian summer has been shorter than usual. This year, it is worse than ever. The bears find less fruit and berries, and beech nuts, acorns, and chestnuts have already disappeared by early autumn. Heavy rains have devastated the colonies of ants, termites, and other insects which the grizzlies like to eat. The bees have also suffered from the storms, depriving Goldie and her young ones of the honey which provides them with energy. These bear cubs are 1.5 years old. To grow normally, they need a minimum of 4,000 calories a day. To be able to feed them until they're 3, Goldie needs to eat about 30 fish a day, representing 10,000 calories. This male is the father of Goldie's cubs. He met her last June. They stayed together